Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second part of the Coffee Talk movie. If you did not see the first part, definitely check it out in the upper right information button. And yeah, enjoy the movie.
Welcome back to the Evening Whispers, where today it is Tuesday, September 29th, 2020. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Oh, that's cool. Who votes to stop major hospitals selling fury sedative illegally? Okay. Well, anyways. Hey, we have Hyde and Gala. Gala. What voice did I give Hyde again? I don't know. You really never changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Tigo. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do. And let's check my brew pad. Gala head? Tea milk ginger? Sounds about right. Right? I hope so. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple, really? You were trash-tied. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait. Were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived, and I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's impossible. They may have had ties to the mafia. I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he is not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to the breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. Really? So, how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. I'd prefer if we skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life, helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So, you could say I owe this guy my life, thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Tigo, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? A tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time. That's not very cool. Die zit. It is warm, cool and bitter. Sure. I mean, it is warm, cool and bitter. I mean, you know, you ask for a tea-based drink that's warm, cool and, well, not bitter, but sure. Yeah, sure. Before we continue the dialogue though, let me check the evening whispers. A Stray Boy and a Lonely Cat by Freya Fatima, September 29th, 2020. Midnight, the boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of the cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage, followed by the scrape of the rusty metal door being forcefully closed. He leaves the garage, and there she is, waiting for him to come back home. She always waits in the same spot, around the same time. The boy always smiles when he sees her. Meow. The cat calls the boy, demanding the treatment she always receives from him every night, in the same spot, around the same time. He laughs quietly as he walks up to join her. You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Here, come here. Oh shit, wrong voice. Says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins and shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine. Until suddenly the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that their time for the day is up. They both return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax. For she was not his, and he was not hers. Okay, deep. We did read this one already, right? Yeah. The very, very long story of last episode. Oh my god. Tomato chill, Gala, obviously. Favorite things: food, anything warm and made with ginger. Music, Metal Maiden. Books, Full Metal Jarhead. What am I doing with my life? Trying to heal myself by helping other people. Heal. Cool. And we hide, probably? Yep. Favorite things: the fact that I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What I'm doing with my life currently: a model, past stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Everything with money. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speaking of the devil, probably. Speak of the devil. It's what I said. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. Huh. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You... You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? Call it werewolf senses? Right. I showed Ticho my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm such an NPC. I'm such an NPC. Oh my god. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall it was a good day. That's good to hear, but please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admining life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about, but mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much specialists cost and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care such as operations, I go through what we'd do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's life then? You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Fun story. Usually I don't talk about my parents, but my mother did a medical thing and then stopped because she was too attached to people. So it's literally, you know. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. It is true. It is true. So true. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Hi. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me a new position. Mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. What I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's Kayla for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice chatting with both of you. Are you going to stay hide? Yeah. I'm still enjoying the vibe here. Should have done it a little more like this. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Ticho. And you, Freya. See you. Take care on your way. You know, it's kinda hard to believe. Someone like Gayla could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes? Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa. I never knew Gayla used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build on to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. Like that's not a fucking fact. Even I knew it. Well, I knew it. I already knew that. That's why I decided not to go. And obviously other reasons, but also one of the reasons. There are so many reasons why I will never join the army. Also because autism. Friendly fire! Is friendly fire on? Oopsie. Friendly fire was on. Sorry guys. Let me revive you. That's a joke. That's a joke. You get what I mean. You see why Gayla doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so it only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. It was the only thing he could do, or at least it's the only thing that he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle? And I didn't know about him at all in that time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard, and we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person, that's all. And after a few months I noticed this problem. I suggested he talks about it with someone seek help, which he refused. No surprises there, but I kinda pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions, but at the end he found a new purpose in life. He quit working for me, and not so long after he started working at the hospital. And he's been working... Oh! Good evening, everyone! Oh boy! Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, barista. Bartender. Bartender. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. Neil. Yes, Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need to trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration. Neil Armstrong, perhaps. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Right. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation systems means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw of Neil Armstrong when we first arrived. First arrived even, huh? Image? Ah, the Army Genru album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is really perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes. Yes, so anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew you a drink that makes you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt that you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Alright, milk, honey and mint. Maybe that's a good combination, you never know, right? You never know. Oh, we cannot pick it up. Ooh, Milky Way. Definitely sounds like an astronaut thing, person, right? Probably new. Please write your profile here. Please write your profile here. Please write your profile here. Obviously. Milky Way. Let's see, I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This. Damn. What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life, but this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much for all of our kind. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes. Normally, yes. But you can't be so sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of a compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our jobs in space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are asked with the permission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date? All the way from the galaxy far, far away? Whoa. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Shouldn't laugh too hard because it's night. Sorry, midnight chillings should be a little, you know. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves because unknown threats are beyond each civilization power and can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey, you came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half-earthlings and half whatever you are. Yes, assuming that you have powers that we can't comprehend. You are trying to sure Earth will have its own protector? That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what your people will call this protector. But why go through all of the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it is not that simple. This future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default, so everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born. That sounds beautiful and creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That is a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Awkward silence. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further if you got in a... if it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that. Not in the slightest. You're wrong though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect it. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Whoa, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. So she never slept with someone and she's a fucking virgin. We can... yeah, probably, right? We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yeah, in theory. I mean, you know. And now I'm just gonna share some personal fucking opinion. Like, if I'm 100% sure that she will never leave me, that everything is alright and everything, I will allow her, if she allows me, to fuck around with other people. As long as it's protected and sleep in the same bed each night, you know, to say it like that. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. A very short opinion, just very short. It is more advanced than that, but like, you know, that's kind of the point of my opinion in that way. Many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively. Yes, that's called commitment. Not really agree. Not really. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it. That is what we call, can I say that? No, but I will say that is called some people in the world don't want to use protection, or they just want 7 to 8 kids, or they want to take as much money as possible from the government. Because here in the Netherlands, at least in the Netherlands, we have this system. If you have a child, you get... Oh yeah, child support, obviously, yeah. Or certain people want many child supports. Yeah. That's why. We don't have enough control of ourselves. And in those charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from your information network, the news. Yeah, fucking XR, Extinction Rebellion, motherfuckers. I'm no XR supporter, especially here in the Netherlands, always blocking all the highways. Just fucking don't. People have to literally fucking drive around even more, are gonna fucking waste more fuel and everything, because you want to fucking sit on the highway. And now everyone has to fucking drive around to their work with lots more pollution, with lots more fucking maintenance to be done on the car. It's just such dumb. They are so dumb, I swear. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. And if you are, please go to sleep. Please go to sleep. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time you start by dating, boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. No shit. Do you want to be our girlfriend? No. The path to starting the date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Whoa. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind of sex? Like seeing how you drink? A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you don't need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research and we tried it on the testing subject we made. It was proven the mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on the Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with you, all of you. You're welcome. We are now off. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. I mean, sir, it really sounds like them or a day. They, them. People that use it. It's you know, I'm not a motherfucker that like disrespects and discriminates people. But like they them, yeah, that's not how fucking English works. You don't say they went shopping. When you say they went shopping, you are thinking about multiple persons, a group of people going to a shop and then fucking shopping. Them went shopping. Them? Who the fuck is them? That's not correct English. It's they, right? I mean, you get the point. You get the point. My English is not perfect, obviously, but at least I know some proper, normal English. Crying out loud. There was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came, and then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer org? Whoa, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Who's Lua? Oh yeah. Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala or join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. Or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. You're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well. It'll be a peaceful week then. Hey. Anyway, I need to be going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. Yeah, indeed. What the fuck? You didn't order anything. Support my business, for crying out loud. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. Hey, that's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then. See you around. Take care on your way, folks. Welcome back. Today in the Evening Whispers, Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Protests arise over the government's treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Okay. Dwarven-made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. Okay, that's interesting. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. It's always a good thing, right? Welcome. Good evening, sir. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of aliens sightings in the area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. Well, what should I be looking for? What's the alien look like? We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know? That's a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before leaving? We're good. Take care on your way. Okay. Whoopsie. Oh god. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Freya? No. Aqua. Oh, and Myrtle. Good evening, Tiho. Myrtle voice, that was a little order case, so I don't know. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua and Miss Myrtle. Have you both been somewhere together? We planned to meet here. It's just a coincidence that we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea with a lot of mint. She asks for it, so then she can get it. Marrakech. Your drink's ready. Oh, this looks really fresh. I call it Marrakech. I don't know. Inspired by its origin, Marrakech in Morocco. I heard that people there really love tea. Let's give it a try then. Yeah, Marrakech. Oh my, it's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order right away? Sure. I'll have the Dead Tariq. Dead Tariq. Dead Tariq. Dead Tariq. Dead Tariq. We did not make yet. Well, I mean, real baristas also sometimes just look on their phone to find something, right? Dead Tariq Coffee Talk. Oh. Not the Dead Tariq. Dead Tariq. TT milk. TT milk. TT milk. Milk tea, yeah. Here's your tea, Tariq. Huh? Is there anything wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Just like the tea Tariq when you get in Southeast Asia. Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and from videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office? As usual, tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with a problem we've been stuck on for a while. I'm glad I could help whatever. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season. Oh, I want to say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team. Huh. As if those executives care for us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family get some rest. But we all know the optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For growth is something that also bothers me a lot. Even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry I ruined the mood for everyone. Don't worry about it, Aqua. I'm not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us a decent compensation, healthcare bonuses and so on. And we're already used to this. So don't worry about me, okay? Excuse me. Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be a norm. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the film is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it fast. Before they give your spot to another indie. I'm just not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good then. The event even is in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you for the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry. And also senior journalists. I know. But I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. And thousands of people will be visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know. And you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some haters will visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me? That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. Even after all that, I still be there myself the whole event. That one is a problem, yeah. Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight, showing my baby to the public. I just can't imagine the horror. You know what? Huh? So far my schedule is pretty empty around then. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you. How do I even pronounce this? No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then, you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something. Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge. What about your company's booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year. But... I'm coming with you. Whether you like it or not. Oh, okay. Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on? I have a laptop and a smartphone. The expo built already? Expo built? You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan? Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the expo build. Do you have the game with you now? It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want. Do so. Okay. Meanwhile, they are transferring their files. We can take a time and drink some water, because water is very important for you. And also, even in the night it is important. Don't come with the bullshit thing like, yeah, but then I have to pee in about 2 hours and then I wake up to go pee. Yeah, maybe. But it's still very important to drink your water the whole day long. So please, do drink your water. This is not professional advice because I'm no doctor. Enjoy. Let's continue. Got it. Now let's see. Freya? No! Hello, Miss Rachel. What was her voice again? Hi, Tigo. What's wrong? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. You having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone yet, it'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. They're still adding new performers? Yeah, you might say that those announced this late are backups. Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes. I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? A sweet hot chocolate. Might work, I guess. Honey cinnamon chocolate. I mean, it is very thing. And also, we know more about Myrtle. Favorite things, me time. What am I doing with my life? I've started before working on Full Metal Conflict series. Rachel. Hi there, I'm Rachel Florentia. You might have seen me on your screen singing, dancing or modeling. Working on a new album especially for you right now. Brewpet. The Tech Derek, whatever. And then let's check the Evening Whispers. Loving in Silence by Freya Fatima, 30th December 2020. It was a Saturday night, as usual. I picked her up from her apartment for another Saturday night date. I used the words, another. But to be honest, this was the first actual Saturday night we done since I don't even know when. It wasn't fair. Every week a cool event related to our hobby happened. So I suppose I should say, weren't going to miss the chance for a cozy evening in our apartment. We'd only been dating for 4 months and I kid you not, we couldn't even have been more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go out on the weekend, while she'd prefer to lock herself up in her apartment from the inside, flush the key down the toilet and never leave again. That's why me going out to her apartment on the weekend was the fairest option for the both of us. I mean, we can just order food online and chill out, having to worry about the traffic ain't that cool. That's what she said whenever I asked if she wanted to ease out somewhere. That happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I just tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence, except for the music playing from my playlist. If she knew the song, we would sing along to the song. If not, Then total silence it was. When we arrived at the event, she changed. She became the most outgoing, friendly and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I usually consider myself a very talkative person. We said hi to everyone we knew, and we didn't. Then we tried all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commenting on the story, art, music, gameplay, atmosphere, any other aspects you might use to judge a game. But when we played, we just played. No talking during the playthrough, total silence, as if she was recharging spent energy from all the interacting she'd done before. Back in her apartment we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for the both of us, and then we watched Netflix together, with only a few words traded. Don't you feel bored dating me? She asked. Really, this again? I know, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were so silent today. I thought you were mad at me. Honey, I'm not mad at you. Why would I be? I don't know, it's just that super introverted. You're super extroverted, and there are times when I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self. You're just overthinking things, honey. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxing time. We both know how much you love staying in and how rarely you get the chance to do it. Why do you like me? You've asked this question a dozen times in the last 4 months, you know? I nudged her and smiled. I just wanted to make sure, she said, and started crying. Hey, don't be sad, it's okay. And to answer your question, I don't know why I like you. That answer again. Because it's true. All I know is I feel comfortable around you. I just feel happy, calm, and I don't know. Do I need to know? That sounds dangerous, liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear. I was confused for the longest time before I realized it's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do you like me? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me and giggled through the remains of her tears. You should have seen your face. Oh my god, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Good, it means you weren't lying about your feelings, she smiled. You haven't answered my question. It's a secret. That's not fair, I told you mine. I hate to break it to you, but don't know it's a proper answer, my dear. But it's an honest one. I know. We stayed silent again. So that was my introvert girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obvious, a lie. Not knowing why I like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone other than her. At least that's how I wish things could be. I thought as I drove back home alone in my car in a total silence. Wow. I must admit, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of myself. For my feeling, it went so smooth. Especially the beginning and like just the beginning, you know. It was so smooth how I read it out loud. I'm proud. I'm proud of myself and I'm happy with it. 2 seconds. Your sweet hot chocolate is ready. Thank you. How is it? Not bad. It's not special, but it's enough. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. Thanks. Other than the instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in case there's a good reaction to it, you might have people lining up to play your game. Don't want to make them wait too long. That makes sense. If you don't want to put a time limit on it, Try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention. Noted. Freya? Dad? Oh. What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening, I was worried. I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. And now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Tiro. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? What would you recommend? I might suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara. Oh, what is that? It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take that Spanish Sahara. Hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Right? Your drink is ready, sir. My. This is amazing. I'm glad you liked it. Dad. Yes. Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know Morris. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars so they become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First you were afraid on how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand. Because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Ram? You were together for almost 15 years. But you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry. And I'm trying, okay? Try harder! Because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know. But give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn. But I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your manager. Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long. I told you I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course there are things I need to figure out. But it doesn't work that way, Dad. You know what, Dad? Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is the height of this career now. He's the best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decisions. Now please go home, relax. And if you don't ever come back to the studio again, I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away. And it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. When are you going to be home? I don't know. I'll be studying at my hotel if the label approved. But that's... See you, Dad. Wait, Rachel. Shit. Let me guess, we're now gonna give him advice. Excuse me for a moment, Tycho. Oh. Also fine. Freya? No. Shit. Well, why is Freya not here? She's always here. She doesn't support my business anymore. Let me check Tomadashil, Henry. Favorite things, family, music. What am I doing with my life? Trying to be a better father while running a record store. And it's Sahara, yeah, Spanish Sahara. I'm sorry about what just happened. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. The fighting and focusing my attention on so completely, especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice when you were focusing on them instead? Nah. No, I was listening. I made those notes. See, you didn't even realize. You are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Tigger, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks as usual. Please take care on your way home, as usual. I guess that's all for Freya? Oh, Henry's back. Oh, you're back, Mr. Henry. Are you alright, sir? Sure. Oh, yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No, I lost her. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm sure she'll be alright. I hope you're right. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Huh. No, that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked as a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families, and the men. They were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. It wasn't even the target of the abuse. But it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for kids. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Tigo. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then, goodbye. Welcome back to the Evening Whispers, and today in the Evening Whispers, it's Thursday, October the 1st, 2020. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella 2020. Oh, good, so she's going to there, nice. Gil Nyman and Maruko Harukami to collaborate for a new IP. Okay, let's start the day. Or well, the night. By the way, if you are sleepy, please go to sleep as soon as you can, because sleep is important for you. So please go to sleep if you have to go to sleep, you know? Because, well, when we upload this, it is, well, obviously this series is Midnight Chillings. And, well, you know, it is night. So please, do sleep in time. I upload this 1 a.m. each week. West Europe time. Well, not each week, but mostly each week. If we upload it, we upload it on 1 a.m. at night, West Europe time. So yeah, please go to sleep, you know. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There is definitely something that you can do. What is it? Can we work here? Excuse me, what? Is it possible for us to work here? Whoa, why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication here. Yes, but I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived. That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked you to allow us to work here. Because you want to interact with our customers? That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Normally you are applying for a job on Earth. You have to go through a certain process before you finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh, let me think this over if you don't mind. I mean, if the fire shows up and he's here, that won't be good. I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay, thank you. But with one condition, you won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will leave. You will give the cup to the customer. Understood. There are other things you need to keep in mind. What is that? Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not? They won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on their body language. Non-verbal signs? Yes. That will be very hard for us. Indeed. Don't worry, I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop. Thank you. We will need it so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do we need a special outfit to do the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron though. Apron is like that kind of thing, right? That you don't spill the coffee all over your own clothes. To help you keep your suit clean, yeah. And to differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation, but it will make you look more legit for the job. That is a very Earthling thing to do. It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this? We are. Okay, let's start the night. Will Freya come tonight? Because last episode she wasn't here. Welcome. Ah, yeah, there she is. Holy wow, what the hell is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey Tycho, what's going on here? Well, Neil's working here tonight, and I thought I was the one who brought the bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. It's not like that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission is never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is in the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to a conclusion before starting another breeding mission. We should learn more about Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you just agreed with this? On one condition, I make the drinks. You will only be there to serve and communicate. Fair trade? What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return? Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya, if I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Mm-hmm. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift, and the higher up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason why my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. I'm so sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write a goddamn novel, I guess. And after that? Hope that sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? You allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite. Our favorite? Anything. I trust you with the decision. Shall we just make a Milky Way for her? I mean, why not, right? Let's just do it. She says anything, so, well, anything it is. Oh, lol, it was new his hand. Here is your drink, especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is gonna brew it? But damn, she got caught. That's why she didn't show previous episodes. Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks, but today I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines, and if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity to my blood, that sounds doable. Even without a caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya, we have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just... Ew. Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh, we are glad to hear that then. That was a figure of speech, Neil. Ah, we have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing. Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask. Ask away. How fast do you write? Not fast enough apparently. But do you have any numbers? Numbers? How many words can you produce per day? I don't think I have the exact number, but full time? I should be able to write between 3 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. That's raw. After that I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000. That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. That's perfect for a big pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around. If we count based on the numbers of words, it seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing isn't only about numbers of words, New. It requires things outside the mere world count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. That is pretty hard to understand, but we learned beforehand that art is difficult to matter, even for Earthlings. Yep. Earthlings seem to have fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts. Right again. But you're not wrong about writing, you know. Words count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. So it is still a valid parameter? Definitely. Cool. That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. I don't know. Oh, another quest. Good evening, Miss Myrtle. she be fucking confused why he's standing behind the counter. I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks? I'm still responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. That's literally what she's asking for. Coffee with a little bit of ginger. Jahe Tabruk. Your order is ready. Not bad. Thanks. You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle? Psst, Neil. Some people come to the coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. That definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here. Actually, I'm not just here to sit without being disturbed. Huh? Pardon us. I was just training you in how to talk with customers here. I can see that. You're still trying to get late. Oh. No, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen. Which essentially is not really listening at all. That would be very difficult to achieve, but we will try, step by step. One small step for you might be a giant leap for your kind. That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you are not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion. It's just... Do they have a crush on each other, maybe? You never know. I'm sorry. I'm late. I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista... God! I already told the barista... barista... to call the... cops when he's a... when he said he was going to breed here.
Where's Tycho?
Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here.
Oh, you're safe.
Yes, everything is fine.
Okay. Please let me take a breath.
That was a long text, Jesus. Here, please drink this water. Yeah, she really does need the water, I think. Feeling better now?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It is alright, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here.
What are you doing here anyway?
We are starting up. Starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So here is the deal. His break? Why does he have breaks? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to hydrate yourself. It is very important. So please drink your water because that is very important. And also, don't forget to sleep if you need to sleep.
Great. That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Tycho.
It's nothing really.
But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything?
Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place business for any longer.
As if this place cares about business.
Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start, but we cannot limit ourselves to just this place.
Where do you want to go after this?
Coachella. Oh, Coachella.
What? What are you going to do at Coachella?
According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided to... The event will be our next target.
Well, you're not wrong.
But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Coachella. After we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings.
I shouldn't say this, but the hell. That sounds like the best plan you've had since you've got here.
Oh, we know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Merle was stopped abruptly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together? It's nothing. We're just friends, you know?
I've heard that one before. And a week later they were kissing.
We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Yes, that's it. I don't have that much experience in the game development, you see. I thought your research was in computer graphics? Yes, but I've never had a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander, so I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink.
Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway.
But wait, if you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game?
Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your.
Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere.
We just know.
Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game? There's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish.
That's what Todd Howard said. Well, not really, but like, you know, Starfield.
What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game?
That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of the advice was about basic control of EU / I don't know what it said.
It must be fun to have finished working on your creation. It seriously removed some of the weight of my chest.
Yeah, not always, because that's not possible. Jesus. Just to replace it with another weight. Yep. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book, I just lost my job. And if I can't finish this draft one time, I'm done. And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more than done doubly one. I think I read that correctly, right? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Freya, but please be more confident. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app, and then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What you're going through is more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through, so I'm sure you'll both be fine. You don't have to talk about it in front of other people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people. I really am sorry. I know I said things already right, didn't I? But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm, I know that. Aqua, I'm so sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me. What's your problem? Burnout. I've been working on something for 2 years straight. No one outside the office knows about it, and those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought a Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years. Yes, and I really work on them, not directly. So what do you work on? The secret project. I'll tell you under Frenda, okay? Alright. I'm not with the paper anymore anyway. I'm a part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for the IP, or worst case, another FMC game in a different genre. Isn't that a dream job for some people? That's what I thought at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer but you can't publish anything you write for years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all of them countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping, and so far none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There's only 7 of us on the team, the 7 samurais. That's what they said. So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years? Sometimes our team works to support others. When they're going through a crunch cycle, they need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. No wonder you folks were considered 7 samurai, I guess. By the way, Myrtle, I just realized... What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yeah. When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined this company, I guess. That's like 4 years ago. Uh-huh. Dude, no wonder you're so burned out. I mean, last time I had vacation. That's a good question. 4 months ago, something like that? Maybe 5. 5, I think. Wait, did I have a vacation back then? No, I did not. So it's like, it's been 6 months. Great. At the time that this video comes out, I already had like another vacation, I think. Don't worry about me. Yeah, that's why. You need a vacation. But I can't just take one. You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is... I'm not done yet. You will make it take tomorrow, the day after, and the day after off. Where should I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You will. I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation. What about Max Fest? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey, okay. But I can do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right? Mm-hmm. Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, Aqua, you look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now. And prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time. Oh, okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay? Have fun. Take care out of the joy. May you find joy during your vacation. Okay, see you folks later. Let's check the evening whispers before it's too late. The Only Reason to Learn How to Fly by Freya Fatima, October 1st, 2020. It happened again, I told her as I exhaled smoke. What? I took the train once to get here and I fell in love twice. Not this again. She sighed, looking like she wanted to stop her own cigarette out of my face. I just can't help it. She said nothing. It's way easier, you know, seeing someone from afar, letting your imagination roam as your daydream about how he or she lives, ignoring the fact that you see it is not the way they really are. It's way easier. You can't keep doing this to yourself, you know. You need something real. I mean, this might be a stupid suggestion, but you're still using that dating app, right? Try to be more open-minded, like, while you use it. I agree. Good. I agree that it was a stupid suggestion. She looked pissed. I couldn't blame her. It's not like this was the first time we talk about this. In fact, this conversation tended to happen around once a season. You need to stop overthinking, go out and stop putting impossible expectations on people. You know, I can't do that. I've tried. I get overexcited at any opportunity. And how's that served you so far? Now I was the one who said nothing. I'm afraid, I said. Of what? Of what will come later. I'm afraid that even if I find the right person for me, the people around me won't accept them, whoever they are. Fuck the people around you. Another stupid question. I could be jailed for that. Okay. She took a long drag of her cigarette and narrowed her eyes at me. What happened to you recently? Huh? You don't usually overthink quite this much, so something must have happened. The truth is something something did happen. Something too silly to even be discussed. But she knew me. She knew about my problems, so I told her. I watched a stand-up comedy show. Seriously? It's true, I watched one of my favorite stand-up comedians. I knew he recently got married to someone he loves. Someone I thought was very similar to him, and all this time I thought he took the easy way out, finding someone who would quickly be accepted by the family he was born in and the family he's about to make. But it turned out this journey was far from easy. There were hardships I never knew he faced, and when he talked about it, it scared me. Why? The fact that I'll have to deal with it someday, the fact that I might have to choose between, at least when I see people on the train and imagine a life with them, those imaginary people don't create these kinds of problems. They do create a different kind of problem though. She's right. You know, sometimes I feel like I want to go to the tallest building in the city and just jump, I said. To die? That's not a... To fly, you fool. Because if that really happened, all the things that are scaring me won't matter. I can fly. Why the hell would I still care about all these boring everyday problems? Ain't that the dream, weirdo? She said as she lit another cigarette, leaving the discussion unresolved until it comes back round with the spring rain. Vacation? You definitely need one, Freya. I know, but not now. I've got to finish this draft first. As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. Then please take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still on the house? I definitely won't say no. Welcome back to the Evening Whispers, and today it's Friday, October 2nd, 2020. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. Okay. New healthier Fury sedative might be available sooner. That's good. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. That's a bold claim. Welcome. Hey, Baileys. Good evening, Mr. Baileys. Evening. Am I the first customer tonight? You are. That's new. I think I'm giving him a like a little bit of a high elf voice, like, you know, a little bit of how do you say it? Freya's not here? A little bit more formal or something, because he's elf, though he doesn't care about the elven tradition, he still sounds like it, you know? She said she coming later tonight, got something to do with meeting someone, fellow writer friends. Why not to do it here? It's her favorite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time, just not as much as her. Writers gathering, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out. I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, means they're just hanging out normally. But if she said they were writer friends, they're probably talking about work, either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts or sharing and validating ideas. Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up. Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it. That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant? It's part of the job. Why is that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. It can tell you a lot of things. Whether they need a friendly ear or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well. Because, you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So, what are you reading from me right now? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now? Including our interaction now. Man, now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having tonight? Hot chocolate. With ginger and cinnamon. I heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. Hot chocolate with ginger and cinnamon. Bitter heart, yes. 2 seconds. And I'm back. Sorry, I had to do a little thing. Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, spending extra time decorating this drink? Only for special people and special drinks. Say, Tycho, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Old enough to open a coffee shop? Oh man. I guess I should say sorry for asking that. It's alright. But that's the only answer I can give. Now you're making me wonder what I should ask next. Well, I am 17 at the moment of recording this. At the moment that it comes online, I'm also 17. What? Hello everyone. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya, you look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to eco our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need to rest. And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso, please. Okay. Here you go. I don't want to do this. You really need to have a rest, Freya. Just give me the damned espresso. Okay. This'll keep me from falling asleep. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice. But that also means things, and not small numbers of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is the part of the process. It's just I'm going to my casual corner. Thank you for the coffee. I might make it through the night. She looks horrible. She does. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this. No. But this time she takes the bar pretty high. So, what brings you here today? I'm not even sure myself. I had no plans tonight, and this place just came to mind, out of the blue. I'll have to thank your subconsciousness then. I guess you should. I was about to say, is Lua gonna come in? And it really is Lua. Not sure whether I think it or not though. Hi Lua. Hi Baileys. How? You first. I was just going to ask you, how are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. I think I need to order something first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Tycho. What are you having this evening, Miss Lua? Gingerbread coffee, please. Do we even know how to make that? Probably not. Ginger latte. Gingerbread coffee, no. First, let's look at the evening whispers. Happily ever after. Ever after. Part 1. Okay. By Freya Fatima. Holy Christ, this is a big story. And this is part 1? Oh, okay. Do I want to grow old with you? No, I don't want to do that. But do I want to be with you? Here in this moment, stuck in eternal limbo, in an infinite loop of this exact hour forever? Hell yeah, I do. That's probably the last time Romeo remembers having a really meaningful conversation with Juliet. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Dear readers, just like any older story, this also has a beginning. And it begins with an introduction. Romeo is a young man of 20. He comes from a quite conservative but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're just like almost every other family in the world. He hates the name his parents gave him, and he hates it even more knowing that his life so far is fulfilling all the cliches of his fictional namesakes. Falling in love with a girl named Juliet is really just the icing on the cliche cake. Juliet is a young woman of 20. She also comes from a quite conservative but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're also just like almost every other family in the world. She loves the name her parents gave her, although she hates the fact that her life so far is fulfilling half the cliches of her fictional namesakes. Falling in love with a boy named Romeo is unfortunate, but she has no plans to die stupidly over it. Both of them study at the same university, and they're definitely not the type of people who would naturally choose to be friends. Fate, however, in form of a hip young lecturer with an over-enthusiasm for assigning group projects and an unfortunate sense of humor, is what brings them together. A simple group assignment is what introduces our young Romeo and Juliet to each other. Even after their first fated meeting, and the many more meetings required to finish the assignment, there's no sign that Romeo means anything more to Juliet than a friendly acquaintance. She's spent a lot of time in the library with, nor honestly does she mean that much more to him. In fact, after she made an ill-judged joke about the library elephant in the room, she probably means significantly less. But as time goes on, and as the group assignments keep going without the lecturer ever assigning new partners, Romeo and Juliet become closer. They both begin to see things in the other that they hadn't noticed before. Though for Romeo, the fact is rather frightening. How could I fall for somebody like her? And named Juliet, no less? I can't accept it. My mind is just playing tricks on me, again and again. Around and around, his thoughts chase themselves whenever he sees her. Oh my god, we're 1/5 of the way? Okay, long episode this is gonna be. The day is Monday, and Romeo has a class he needs to attend. However, something is different. Normally a relatively anxious fellow, he finds going to a class requires a lot of willpower. Today, however, he finds himself hurrying to get there. He knows why, of course, but he refuses to admit it to himself quite yet. The first thing Romeo does when he opens the door is to look at a specific table, the table where Juliet always sits. To his unacknowledged disappointment, the table is empty. Fuck, mutters Romeo under his breath. He doesn't curse, because Juliet is not there. Of course, rather he curses because noticing this was the first thing he did upon entering the room. After sitting in his usual place, Romeo reopens his book and begins reading. Every time someone opens the door, Romeo turns immediately to look and quietly whisper a curse. Again, he is not cursing because he is disappointed it is not Juliet who enters. He is cursing because he turned to look. A few minutes before the class begins, Juliet finally arrives, announcing herself and her friend with a braying laugh as she does. That sound used to be one of the most annoying sounds in the world, at least as far as Romeo was concerned. But today it brings a small smile to his face. Fuck, cursed Romeo again after he realized he just smiled at the sound. Is Romeo in love? He probably is, but he doesn't want to admit that. Falling in love with Juliet is dangerous, extremely dangerous. They come from completely different backgrounds. They have different skin colors and they worship different gods. He has no problem with interracial relationships. Of course he doesn't. But he never expected it to happen to him. This simply will not do. I need to talk to you. Romeo looks up. Juliet is standing over his table. Her jaw is set but her eyes are worried. And he completely forgets all about his own problems. What's up? He asks. Can you keep a secret? It's really important. Sure, I guess I can. Good enough, because I really need someone to talk to. So Juliet sits down and begins telling her story to Romeo. She talks about the problems she's been facing over the past few months, how they affect her study, about how he's not the first person she talked to about this, on. And Romeo listens to every word. Eventually, Juliet stops talking and sits quietly. Romeo thinks that she looks somehow lighter than she did before she began talking. He doesn't know how to react to what she told him. He tries giving her some advice, really stupid advice, he thinks, as soon as he said it. But he believes it's probably much better than just listening and nodding and watching her walk away. He doesn't think he wants her to walk away from him. He thinks about this. One thing is for sure, Juliet trusts Romeo as a friend. They've shared a secret now, even though Juliet has shared the same secret with others before him. This still makes Romeo happy, so damn happy. How pathetic am I, being happy because someone I like came and told me she's not? Romeo thinks, and then shakes his head like a dog before off water. His head like a dog shaking off water. Sorry. After sharing everything she had wanted to share, Juliet starts talking about lighter topics soon. They are joking freely. The dark mood of earlier almost completely dissipated. Just before Juliet leaves, Romeo asks her something. Why did you tell me all of that? Well, I don't really know. I think I can trust you. And you're one of those rare few people who can talk to people directly without sugarcoating everything. It's refreshing, she shrugs. I guess that's why. What Juliet said is true, but Romeo finds it amusing that even though he normally speaks directly to everyone he knows, he can't do that with Juliet. He is not himself when she's around, or so he believes. After that conversation, Romeo falls even more helplessly in love with Juliet. It's stupid, he thinks, as someone who rarely falls so hard for anyone, but Juliet is driving him crazy, and the fact that she makes him feel the closest thing to love he's felt in years, yet a big wall of cultures, norms, and other societal traditions stand between them, hurts him even more. That is, of course, if Juliet is even into him anyway. As weeks go by, Juliet and Romeo become closer. They start telling each other stories more often, but all of these stories are limited to their courses, their friends, and anything at all besides their feelings for each other. She's not into me, she's just an extrovert. She's friendly with everyone, Romeo keeps thinking. And it's when he is thinking about that suddenly Juliet comes and sits at his table. So you said you want to tell me something? It's true. He has already sent a message to Juliet telling her he wanted to talk about something. Oh wow, diving straight in. It's nothing all that important actually, says Romeo. Come on, it's not like you to be so indirect about things. What's wrong with you, boyo? Romeo actually called Juliet to talk about her attitude recently. She's been weird, at least in Romeo's eyes, and it feels like she's getting farther away, removing herself from many student activities she'd usually partake in. Juliet answers all his questions, all his thoughts and concerns about how she seems to be removing herself from all the outside activities. She manages to shrug off or easily explain, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm obsessing over every single thing she does. Oh, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm obsessing over every single thing she does, thinks Romeo, while a pit opens up in his gut at the thought. Is that all? Anything else you want to say? She questions him. Fair is fair, after all. Do you know that I used to like you? The words come out of Romeo's mouth, out of the blue. He's horrified. Even as he recognizes that it's a lie. He still likes her now. He doesn't even know why he decided to confess his feelings right at this random moment. Never mind why he confessed with half a lie. It wasn't planned at all. But when he heard Juliet say, "Anything else?" Well, it's definitely one thing Romeo has been planning to say to Juliet for the last few thousand eons, or as normal humans measure time, since around 8 months ago. Juliet shows a flash of surprise and then says, "No, I had no idea at all. Why?" "Why, there was." "Why do you like me? Or did you like me? I mean, there must be a reason." "Oh, of course there is." Romeo opens his mouth to tell her, and pauses. He blinks slowly and closes his mouth again. "Or not, I don't know. I think there is, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm talking gibberish." Juliet does not respond to that. Romeo doesn't even dare to look at her directly, but he can see out of the corner of his eye that she looks dumbfounded. He takes a breath and opens his mouth again, hoping for a lightning strike, divine inspiration, or instant death. He isn't picky. Okay. I see you as a really strong person, okay? You have a big girly side, but you're also a really strong, independent person. Okay, I get that girly part, but what makes you think I'm strong? Well, just look at how you work with all of your assignments and organizations. I definitely could never deal with everything as well as you do ever. Oh, come on, everybody has something they're good at. You can do things I can't. That's pretty normal, you know? I know, but still, I'm not sure that's probably what attracts me to you the most. When he says that, Romeo tries looking at Juliet. Just for a moment he saw a twitch of a smile on her lips, but dared not even hope. He ascribes it as imagination instead. So what's the next question then? What? I'm beginning to see words. So what's next then? Asks Juliet. To be honest, I don't know. I said this because I can't keep hiding it forever. I need to say it to you, even though I know it's impossible for me to ask you out, considering all the differences between us. Juliet pauses. Oh, of course. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to say anything, though. I just need to get it out of my system. That's all I wanted to say. Well, okay, then I have something else to do. You don't have anything more to say, right? Yes, no, that's all. Juliet nods and she says goodbye, then quickly walks away. After Juliet leaves, Romeo lets out a heavy... Good work there. That's one hell of a lot of old garbage I just let go. And a whole hell of a lot new garbage I replaced it with. Here's an interesting fact about our Romeo. During the whole conversation, he hadn't been able to keep himself from shaking. It's an old habit that he just can't let go of. To his relief, they'd been sitting during the whole conversation, so he could hide his tremor. Still, even though he feels intense relief after telling Juliet about his feelings, his hands are still trembling. He has to wait a couple of minutes before he can walk away himself. So now, after Romeo's long-awaited but ultimately useless confession, what's next for Juliet and her Romeo? Funnily enough, neither she nor Romeo ever mentioned it again. At least not to each other. Romeo did eventually tell some of his friends about his feelings for Juliet. But what about Juliet? Romeo didn't know anything about how she was coping with this revelation. He expected that she'd probably told some of her friends, and he had told his. But that doesn't even matter, he tells himself. We're not meant for each other anyway. Watching from the outside, nothing seems to change between them. They still talk about their classes, about their friends, about shows they've watched and books they've read. But they never ever mention again the time when Romeo revealed his feelings to Juliet. At first, Romeo had thought that confessing his feelings would mean letting go of a big boulder inside his heart. As it turned out, it only transformed the boulder into a restless rock monster asking for more. Eventually, he realizes letting Juliet know about his feelings isn't enough. He needs to have her. He wants to hold her tight. He wants to stare into her eyes and tell her he loves her to Pluto and back. He wants to hear her say, I love you too. He wants to kiss her. He wants to run away with her to a place where no one cares about their differences and just sees them as a cute couple in love. He wants to do all good things in life together with her, and more than anything on this earth, he simply wants her. The feeling is killing him. How could she be acting normally after that revelation? Does it mean his feelings mean nothing to her at all? The peak of his emotions comes one day when our hero is falling asleep. Suddenly his body is drenched in sweat. His heart beats too fast and his thoughts only run to one thing, Juliet. He wants, nothing so Prozac. He needs Juliet. He doesn't care about anything else. About the traditions, about their families, about anything. There's only one thing he needs to do tomorrow, and that is to confess his feelings again to Juliet. This time, however, he is going to ask her out. If she feels the same way, he will ask her to just give it a try and fight the world together. He resolves that he is going to take a leap of faith, and it will be the first thing he does the next time they meet. To be continued. I swear, I think I saw that we started this on 12 minutes, I think, this story. And it's now 27 minutes recording. Holy! I'm getting better at reading stories. I really want to do something with reading stories and not just reading text. I really want to read certain stories. I don't know. Maybe I should look for a job for like... And this is just a personal thought, you know. But maybe I should look for a job that I can help blind people and just read everything for them, you know. I mean, if you see it like this, I think that could actually be something I could be pretty good at, right? It could be. For the next 3 years, I'm working a certain job in the building and maintenance industry, in the building industry. So yeah. And after that, I also need to stay a year because they obviously had me as a student, and now I have to work for them for 1 or 2 years. So that's fine. 2 seconds, please. Let me drink something, and also don't forget to hydrate yourself while we're at it. I mean, I must admit, right? Like, I have been doing many like voice things, you know, voice acting kind of things, as we do in these episodes. And I'm thinking about, this is not something for this episode. This is something for GTA Taxi or something like that. Anyways, gingerbread coffee, please. So that's probably coffee. And then cinnamon and ginger and cinnamon. Maybe? Gingerbread. I mean, bread is... No. Gingerbread coffee. Oh my god. Here it is. Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. It reminds me of when I was growing up with my family. How's work? It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any new jobs at the moment because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? That's a very Lua thing to ask. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job, it went well in the end? It kinda did. They paid me one time at least. And the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this, but I don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Tycho, who is standing in front of us? Not even Tycho. Okay. So there's this girl, I love her. We've been going out for a few years, but I'm not really sure where we stand now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new, but somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired, just knowing we're fighting against centuries of tradition. We haven't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea. But I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? I'm not even sure about that. Pride, maybe? Or tiredness. Or knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Baileys, I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. I'm not as professional as her, you see. I think you're wrong. Really? If I were her, which you are, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I'd put on a lot of masks just to hide the feelings I was going through. That sounds difficult and uncomfortable. It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. He is. Aww. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week, including that supermodel. You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool. What? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know? Attitude-wise. You'd get along with him? Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarities breed contempt. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, you know? Us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. You have met a vampire and I met a werewolf. What are the odds? What are the odds indeed? What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest. But he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys, I know I've been stubborn about you wanting me to make peace with my family. And I know why that's very important for you. But Freya said something that kinda hit me hard. What was that? What was it? It was just using you as an excuse to escape my family. When I actually wanted to do that anyway, for myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. And you know how I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families, which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do, Lua? Yes, Baileys? Please, let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast among other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people sounds great. You'll live a long life, but you won't have the perfect health and perfect life that's the elven privilege, but it's not the perfect life without you. What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me. Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we were talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person, so you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right on, you're the most important part of my life. I don't even need an immortal life, because without you, it won't be a life worth living. Baileys, I believe in you. Damn. Lua, Baileys, I feel like we're living in a soap opera. Opera GX! Sorry, that's very bad. It seems so. So, what's our plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. Are we going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. And I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Did you already have plans for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just I'm not prepared to meet them. It'll be fine. I don't want to tell them about this first. It'll be alright. Well, they never forbade you from dating other races. They're not a big fan of elves, that much is true, but you can't prove them wrong. Okay, this could be a good first step. It is. It's set then. I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but we can think about it. And anything else? Later. I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts, but I'm sure I can trust you. Lua, thank you. Are you still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight, huh? What about your roommate? She's away for the weekend, taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Wait a second. Is Myrtle the roommate of Lua? Or is... No. Might be, right? Myrtle could be the roommate of Lua. Interesting. Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, Tycho. Yes? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us past week. The pleasure was mine. We're off then. See you. Thank you for coming. Aww, cute. Cutie cutesy. Freya. Hey, you look good again. Imagine there was this episode that she needed that espresso. That's a long time ago. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in the real world. I just pretended not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle through till the end. It's important for the writing, you know? That's gold. What? It's not like that. It's just that... Yeah, that was gold. I'm sorry. You look better than before though, for now. I can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... What? Oh. Uh-oh. That might be Gala. Whoa. Freya, get over here. This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Welcome, sir. Are you crazy? You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer. Trust me, he must have his reason for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? We have to remember Gala's fucking thing out of our head? Shit. Tea. Ginger milk. Right? No. Fuck. Coffee talk. Gala head. Shit. Come on. Tea, milk, ginger. That was it. No, tea, milk, ginger. I practically had it, okay. Here you go. Here's your... Jesus. Should calm him down. What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is, he scared the living hell out of you and me. This place survived, thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway. Good idea. Can you get back all by yourself? I'll manage. Take care on your way. You'd be careful too. See you tomorrow. See you. Welcome to the Evening Whispers, free of charge, Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. Weirdstein Company, criticized for unfair depictions of werewolf in their latest box office hit. Oh damn. Coachella 2020. Do's and don'ts. Okay, that's going to be a fun one. Atlantic ambassador in talks with Fire regarding immigration. Alright. It's been a while since I last uploaded this, 3 weeks. So I don't really know the story anymore. But hey, you know, we're just going to do it again. I was sick, I had corona, and then I just kinda dropped all my video making. You know? That's why. Welcome! Oh god. Good evening, Freya. Oh. When was the last time you slept? I still sleep like a normal person, you know? I slept for 6 hours last night. No, I've slept for 6 hours this week. That's not healthy. Get some rest, really. I can rest when it's done. That's stupid. Oh, shut up. So, what's your plan now? Now, as in right at this moment? I'm planning to go to the bathroom and wash my face. I need to make sure I don't look like a dead woman walking. And after that, I'll continue writing. Freya. Oh, well. You know where the bathroom is. First time I'm doing a woman's voice in 3 weeks again. Whoopsie. Okay, I need something to drink now. Freya, you're unemployed. Don't waste your money on coffee shop drinks. That is so weird. Coming from the coffee shop owner. I know. You've been a regular for years. And if you only need the vibes of this place, just right here. No, I can't do that. You don't have any customers tonight. What would I do if this place went bankrupt? It won't happen. Because we have a wheat shop in the back, as we already told you. How can you be so sure? Just take this tap water and go do your work, okay? But... there is our customer. See, there's a customer coming right now. So don't worry about me. Hey, our big friend is back, Gayla. Oh. Hi, Gayla. What's wrong? I know you're a man of few words, but this is maybe pushing it a bit. Freya, Zigo. I'm truly very sorry what happened yesterday. Oh yeah. Yesterday, last week, happened something very special. Yeah. Had his fury. Gayla? Hey, it's alright. No one got hurt, right? And the coffee shop's fine. Don't think about it too much, Gayla. Like Freya said, no casualties and no problem with the coffee shop. I still need to redeem myself for the mess I made and the scare I gave you. I'm sure there's something I can do. Why don't you buy something for the lady here? I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Hey, what do you mean? Do you want anything to drink, Freya? No, it's alright, Gayla. I insist. You don't have to. Please accept it. At least it'll help me stop feeling so guilty, at least a little. Alright. Oh, I wouldn't mind the coffee. Not an espresso, mind you. Something with a little less of kick. You know how to make sugar and spice? The one with cinnamon? Yes. A cup of sugar and spice, please. With cinnamon. Sugar and spice. And cinnamon. This is cinnamon. This is sugar. But what is spice? I don't know. Sweet, bitter, warm. Could be. Sugar and... That's amazing! I didn't even search it up. Sugar and spices for the lady with the vices. Hey! Oh well, I won't complain. Thank you, Gayla. Don't mention it. Tigo, are you sure there's nothing I can do for you? You don't have to do anything, Gayla. It's fine. But to be honest, I'm curious. What happened yesterday? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you usually stay indoors during the full moon, don't you? I usually do. But there was an emergency at the hospital yesterday. What kind of emergency? The hospital was really packed yesterday after that announcement. Announcement? The one saying that a replacement government-issued Fury sedative will be available soon. Releasing that news on the day of the full moon was just stupid. So many restless werewolves came, asking about the sedative, which isn't ready yet. But the announcement said it wasn't ready, just that it was coming soon. You think people read the whole article? They only saw the headline or glanced at it, the news in the stall. Then they went straight to the hospital. I don't blame them though. Finding out that the only publicity available sedative is dangerous. It's difficult for some people. I end up having to explain it to dozens of werewolves. I even had to put some rogue werewolves in the isolation rooms. It was that bad, huh? Yeah, to the point that we ran out of room to put them in. That's why at the end of my shift I left immediately. Normally I'd have asked a friend to lock me in or one of our isolation rooms, of course. But I couldn't, so I rushed right back to my apartment. But it was too late. Thankfully, I was in this area, and I managed to force myself to come to your place. Gela, excuse me for asking this. Yes? But you didn't hurt anyone on the way here, right? As far as I remember, no. And I didn't see any blood on my clothes. That's good to hear. This might sound overly confident, considering what happened yesterday, but I have enough control to make sure I don't hurt anyone. As long as I have something to direct my fury towards, usually I end up destroying stuff around me. Or worst case, hurting myself. Despite all of that, I'm still glad that no one got hurt. Always looking for the positive side, aren't you? Just doing my job. Thanks, both of you. I really mean it. But please, if there's anything I can do to if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask me right away. Will do. In the meantime, can I order a drink? Sure, what are you having? The same as yesterday. So that's Fury thing, right? Probably. Sugar and spice, yeah. Spicy, sweet and natural bliss in a cup. Gela adds tea, milk, ginger. Tea, milk, the ginger. And we're also just gonna look at Evening Whispers for a second. I forget. Sorry. Happily ever after part 2. Oh no. Is it this one? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, this is a great story to get me back into the reading part of YouTube again. By Freya Fatima. October 3rd, 2020. It doesn't happen the next time Romeo and Juliet meet. When Romeo sees her, he knows something isn't right. After that, each time he sees her, he feels uncomfortable. Almost afraid our hero isn't scared of much, but he can't explain how she makes him feel. As though she's surrounded by a fierce, powerful aura that keeps him from approaching. It takes a few days for whatever it is to fade. When that sense of danger finally eases up, Romeo finds he has the courage to approach her. Cunningly, he waits until the end of a night class when both of them are ready to go home. Hey, Jules, are you heading back? Let me drive you home. No, it's fine. I'll just call an Uber. I have something I need to tell you though. Her expressions quickly change to one Romeo's never before seen. An uncomfortable looking mixture between happy, sad and angry. He finds he doesn't know what to call it. She peers at him. What's it about? It's about, you know, the thing I told you a few months ago. The slight smile he saw when he first confesses his feelings returns to her face. Okay, let's go for a drive and I know a good place to talk. Juliet directs Romeo sporadically and they chat normally. They fill the intervening time until they reach what she refused be their destination. A large, dark, empty park. I mean, pretty romantic, right? Could also be a perfect murder scene, but you know. If you, you know what it always is. If you have good intentions, you can go to those places with people, but then you have to make sure they also have good intentions with you, obviously. Anyways, huh? I didn't know there was a park around here. You know nothing, Romeo. Hey, what? You said you don't read or watch Game of Thrones. She side-eyes him. Side-eye? Is that 2020 meme? Damn. Oh. It's all over the internet, my dude. Good point, well made. Our heroes climb over the locked gate and meander slowly along the paths until they find a bench, and an unspoken decision has them both sit down at the same time. By this point, it's close to midnight. The drive had been long and he'd driven slower than usual to stretch out their time together. The sky is bright with stars, while the full moon hangs heavy on the horizon. A warm and gentle breeze brings with the scent of wet earth and green growing things, and far distant clouds tease them with the idea of rain before morning. It is, Romeo feels, perfect, as though God had created it especially for them at this moment. So, says Juliet, lowering her gaze from the milky splash of stars above them to meet his eyes. What do you want to talk to me? What do you want me to talk? What do you want to talk to me about? Just ask, what do you want to talk about? And Romeo thinks, what the hell? And jumps right in. I told you I liked you. Do you remember? Yes. It was a lie. Her eyes narrow. What do you mean? Oh, careful, dear Romeo. You should not play with a woman's heart. I still like you. I've never stopped liking you. And every day I like you more and I don't think I can go another day without telling you how I feel. Oh, I know. His jaws snaps shut and he blinks rapidly. This is not what he thought she would say. What? Is it that obvious? No, but it was kind of easy to guess. Ah, okay. So yeah, there's that. And you know, when I first told you how I felt, I thought it would help me clear my head. I wanted it to. But since then, it's haunted me. Why did I want that? I think of you and I want to see you. I see you and I want to talk to you. He continues, laying bare all the things he's been thinking of these past few weeks, culminating in an impassionate plea. I know it probably won't end well, but I want to be with you. I want us to try. Juliet takes his hand and squeezes it, feels the tremble in his fingers, and says nothing about it. Romeo, I like you, she begins, and his heart near bursts. I like you a lot, and not only as a friend, but you know that with our backgrounds and our families, it's impossible for us to be together. Sounds like Bailey's and Lua. Yeah, Lua, right? Yeah. I know that, Juliet. I know. But still, I really like spending time with you whenever I talk to you. I feel so happy and so scared. Why would you feel scared? Because I don't want to say anything that will make you think less of me. I want to look perfect in front of you, even though whenever we're together it feels like I can only show all of my imperfections. Hey, nobody's perfect. They sit quietly for a moment, still holding hands. Romeo stares at their intertwined fingers while Juliet watches the breeze ripple through the trees. It still feels weird. Our heroine muses almost to herself. You told me that you liked me and I thought it could never work. And then you said the same and I was disappointed somehow. And now here you are telling me to forget about the rules and I'm the one who saying they are important. Oh, tell me about it. I don't even know where this all is coming from. You don't like what I like and I don't like what you like. And please, don't get me started on the fact that your favorite book is the single worst thing I have ever read. Huh? You mean The Secret? Yes. Oh god, please, let's not talk about it now, okay? She tilts her head back and laughs, and Romeo remembers that he used to hate that sound a long time ago. Okay, let's not talk about it. But if you know that a relationship won't go well, why do you keep telling me how you feel? Why don't you just try to forget me? I've tried. He sighs, squeezing her hand gently, but every conversation with you is enough to make me remember that you mean so much to me. You don't listen to explosions in the sky, but you're what I think of whenever I do. You don't play video games as much as me, but you on my team is what I want the most. Whenever I play a multiplayer game, we pray to different gods, but your face is the one that appears whenever I pray for a good future. And Juliet doesn't say anything. She just looks into his eyes while listening to everything he's been keeping in his head and his heart for a long time. Before this, I always thought that when I fell in love with someone, it would be the person I want to grow old with. Do you want to grow old? Do I want to grow old with you? No, I don't want to do that. But do I want to be with you here in this moment, stuck in eternal limbo, in an infinite loop of this exact hour forever? Hell yeah, I do. I don't know. It's sometimes it's very hard to know who is saying it. Sorry. Neither Romeo nor Juliet speak for some time after that. They just keep staring at each other. They don't know what it is, but they surely feel something strange, something magical is happening between them now. A delicate thing which twists in the air around them. Young and oh so fragile. Do you love me? Juliet asks quietly. I'm not sure, Romeo answers. But if it's not love, then I don't know what it is. But if it is love, why don't you want to grow old with me? Because it is just love. You're such a weirdo. I don't know why I ever fell in love with you, says Juliet. Right at that moment, Romeo feels joy in his heart, a tsunami of happiness sweeping through his body, destroying all the baggage that has been messing with his head and heart for so many months. But then reality hits as suddenly as the joy. Everything happens in a single instant, in just one moment. Romeo feels the greatest happiness and the greatest sadness he's ever felt in his life. Hey, I might not be worth you sacrificing everything, especially your family, but if love really is that special, then maybe it will give us another chance to be together, even though maybe it can only happen in another life. when we are both cats, says Romeo. Is that... Did you just quote Vanilla Sky at me? I can't believe you did that. That's hilarious. That you said that. You know I hate that movie. It's a great movie. How the hell did I manage to fall in love with you again? Both of them start to laugh together, continuing until all the laughter drains into simple smiles, a simple beautiful curve on their lips that shows a deeper meaning only for the two of them. I love you, says Romeo. I love you too, I guess, answers Juliet. They sit closer now while holding hands. Juliet puts her head on Romeo's shoulder. Classic. Why won't Romeo put his head on Juliet's shoulder? to stay a little woke, you know. Is it worth it? She asks. For now, right at this moment, it's totally worth it. But whether that feeling will last as time goes by, as more people find out about it, I don't know. Juliet sighs quietly. Life sucks sometimes. Life sucks most of the time. That's why I want to make this moment last forever, if that's even possible. It's possible if we believe it. Is that what that weird book taught you? Laughed Romeo. Shut up, Juliet answers and pinches his hand. They stay silent again for a while. Hey, kiss me. The words come from Juliet. Romeo doesn't really know how to react to that. Why? He asks. I've heard people say that a kiss is a magical thing. It can stop time or take you to the future in an instant. I've heard that story. I always thought it was silly, though. The situation we're stuck in is pretty silly too, you know. Good point, he allows. Well made. So... They stare at each other as they lean in. They close their eyes when their lips touch for the first time. It's the strangest sensation either of them has ever felt. Everything feels so magical. It feels as if time has stopped only for them. As if they're in an infinite loop of this exact moment. To be continued? God damn it, another one! Woohoo! I don't know if I can handle that. A good story though. Though I must admit, with my reading capabilities right now, of not reading for 3 weeks, not very well read. My bad. Sorry. Here's your special brew. Thank you. The drink that saved me. Once again, thank you for helping me find this drink. By the way, Gayla, now that you can be 100% sure that that drink is your natural sedative, why don't you put some in a bottle and carry it with you everywhere? That's the plan. It has to be warm though. I can use a vacuum flask, I suppose. I'll give it a try next full moon. Don't worry, Freya. I'm going to stay at my place for the next full moon. I'm not taking any risks. Before I can make sure how effective that remedy is. Phew. I don't know who it is. What the... Oh, you. Rachel? What's going on? Huh. What else? Your father? Of course. What the hell was he thinking? Coming backstage at Coachella? Just to get into an argument with my manager. Huh? Before we continue, Tigo, a cafe latte, please. 2 times coffee and just 1... No. 1 time coffee and 2 times milk. I had it different. I thought 2 times coffee, 1 times milk. Let's just latte art this. Why not? And you know what? I might not be the best, but no. You know, we let it be not perfect, you know? Let it just be, let it be its own. A little bit of, yeah, how do you say it? Somewhat magical thing, and then this just figure or something, I don't know. A heart, for the people that didn't see it. Oh, by the way, this is just a little fun thing, but if you are interested in some satisfying videos, please follow me on TikTok. It is not TheGodGamer NL. It rather is, let me check it myself, TGGR Pixel Art. And then you can see some pixel art that I made. Here, I've made 8 so far. And you know, it might be something for you. TGGR Pixel Art. Definitely check it out on TikTok. Thank you so much for the support. Your cafe lattes is ready. Thanks. How did he manage to get backstage? He told security he was my father, and he messaged me about coming beforehand. Said he was just going to wish me luck, so I told them to let him in, of course. He's still my father. Things were nice at first, then my manager came and... I don't know why he hates him so much. It's showbiz. I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me. What happened after that? Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still allowed in the festival area. I saw him in the crowds. Did the concert go well at least? Oh yeah. Other than the arguments backstage, everything was great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Usually no one pays much attention to whoever's on first, but there were thousands of people in the audience during my session. Nice. So you don't need to be at the event anymore after this? Not really. I did my stage time, and then there was this press conference after my show. After show press conference? Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There were almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me, so we decided to just do a mini conference. Good for you. You're totally back in the game. I guess I am. Thanks to Mr. Lester. Lester? Don't forget to hydrate yourself, even in the middle of the night. It is still very important that you do so please do so. I would say it's because of you, but your managers probably worked some his influence too. Jesus. So why are you here? Because of my dad, of course. I told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. And because this evening is the only time we can meet, I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting. What party? He is hosting a party for the VIPs and artists he manages at a club in Belltown. Is it okay for you to go to a party without a guardian? I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult. Yeah, but you can enter some clubs if you're... You can only enter some clubs if you're 21. Not this time. Because Mr. Lester's my manager and it's his party. I'm not sure about that. It's true. No, I know you can do that by using his name, but I don't think he should do that with you. Why? I'm an adult. No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties? Well, no. You have? Not personally, I've heard stories. What stories? He knows how to party. That's good then. That's not necessarily a good thing. Knowing how to party might mean something else entirely. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll find out. Especially if you keep letters on as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties, but inviting an underage person to his party, that might be a bit too far. Welcome, meow. What the hell? Oh no, Dad! What? Radio, is that Mr. Henry? Yes, Dad. What happened? Tigo, can you get him a cup of milk for him, please? Just milk? Just milk. Meow. That's easy. Milk. You don't even have to profit. Oh, I was about to say. Rachel. I love my family, cats, milk, and you. What am I doing with my life? I've been dancing, singing, and trying to achieve my dream since I was 13, and I'm not stopping now. Here. Thank you. Dad, please hold on. Can somebody help me call an ambulance, please? They're on their way. I've contacted the hospital. Thank you. I've also contacted our Nico Mimi expert personally. She's off shift right now, but she's also on the way. Thank you so much. I don't know what might have happened without your help. Don't mention it. Here they come. I'll go with you. Okay. Ooh. That, Oh boy. That was really something, Yeah. 2 days in a row. An emergency at your place. Well, at least some people think of your place as their go-to when they need help. You're right. It's not every day you look at things from the bright side. Huh. Well, I'm not one of your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kinda understand them. I hope Henry's alright. Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night? Well, that was all pretty hectic, but I need to continue writing. Take your time and place then. Will do. Welcome back to the Evening Whispers. Police raid on private Coachella. After party is biggest drug and sex related bust of the year. Ooh, okay. That's not good. Fight broke out during Coachella. Culprits in police custody. A lot went wrong at Coachella, I think. Despite the arrest, Coachella will go on. That's not good. Alright, let's start today. Welcome everyone. By the way, little quick notice. This is a night series, which means it comes online in the night. If you have to go to sleep or if you feel sleepy, just go to sleep whenever you can. Sleep is very important for everyone, so please go to sleep as soon as you can, you know? It's very important to get 6 to 8 hours sleep each night. That's the most healthy amount of sleep you can get. More or less is unhealthy, they say. For some people obviously differently, but hey, it's just advice I give you. I'm not a professional, that's the disclaimer, but yeah. Well, welcome. Hey Pop. Good evening everyone. Everyone's safe and sound tonight. And so far so good, officer. With the cop who's supposed to be watching this area hanging out in a coffee shop? I'm not so sure about that. Hey, I'm working right now. Sure you are. I just love multitasking, you know. That requires skill. Talking a break and working at the same time, you mean? You know it. That's an oxymoron. Yeah, oxymoron. That's what I said, it requires skill. Anyway, Tigo, I really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight.
Is it bad that I don't even know an espresso? Yeah, coffee. I just wanted to make sure I got the right ingredients, you know? Because if we didn't, that would suck for him. And look, all the characters are social media profile. Oh, cool. An energetic espresso to keep our officer upright on patrol. Huh. You and your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's. It's not a competition, officer. It is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon. So, anything special today? Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe though. What you're grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right? Yes, I was. And some crazy things happened here. And 2 days in a row. Watch it right there. It was very crazy, I can tell you that. As if the gods were trying to give me first-hand experience to use in my story. Still fretting over your story, eh? Well, the deadline for my draft is getting nearer. Oh yeah. How's it going? Quantity-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident. Best of luck then. Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos? For the werewolves case, I spoke to Gala about it. What? Are you going to arrest him? Some officers at the precinct were talking about it, but in the end we agreed not to do it. Because he really helped a lot that night. We asked the folks in the hospital and some other people in the area. Without him we'd all have had a lot more problems. He helped a lot getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who'd rather detain him can't do anything anyway. Phew. I'd be pretty mad if they did arrest him. Yeah, for real. Like, that's sometimes the case I wrote too, right? You're playing the hero, you are a hero, and still you're getting detained. That's bullshit. Of course you can get detained, but more than that, getting sent to prison or jail. That's no. Always cooperate with authorities though. Never give them a leg to stand on and always do the right things. So always cooperate so they cannot tackle you down on whatever mistake you may have done. Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything. I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened? I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here. What? Yeah, it seems like it happened out near Coachella. That's a long way away. I mean, it's not actually that far, but you wouldn't be able to walk it. Not in that state. So far, that's all I know. Hey, there we have Rachel. Rachel! Rachel, is Mr. Henry alright? Before that, could I have a cup of hot chocolate dark? Hot chocolate dark? Dark chocolate. I guess. Hot chocolate dark. Yeah, I guess. Your hot chocolate's ready. Thank you. That's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon thanks to Mr. Gala. He got help fast enough to stop things getting worse. He's doing okay then? It'll take a few days before he fully recovers, but no permanent injuries we need to worry about. That's good to hear. I know. But still, it's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him. When all he wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But is it okay for you to leave your father alone in the hospital? His friends are there at the moment. I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really needed to get away for a bit. So I told my dad I'm gonna visit Coffee Talk to get some fresh air. Wait, this cafe, this coffee house, whatever, this coffee shop, that's the word, is literally called Coffee Talk? I did not know that. Actually, let me do something before my eyes get fucked again. It helps me, you know. He's okay with that? He understands. He always does, I guess. Miss Rachel, what really happened last night? Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverse ways. Oh. He didn't like that, of course, so he morphed into his cat form and started to fight with the thugs. Why did he morph? So people wouldn't see what his human form looks like and link him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify, and they managed to find the thugs. Are they fans of yours? No. It's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. Oh. Okay. So Henry was right all along. Oh god. What? Oh boy. The reason why it didn't take long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Whoa. How did it all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after the show, having a pre-party before the big one. And you know about guys in locker rooms talk, right? Yeah. Well, that's what they were doing. That was the topic of discussion. So there's that. I'm sorry to hear that. And you were right about his party. I'm glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe that for... Hey, it's okay. The most important thing is, right now, is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. I should have listened to him. He might have been out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's still my father. I wish Mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to say to Dad when he's recovered. You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember? But I don't know. All I know is I have to be there for him when... That's it. That's all you have to do.
It might be weird to hear it about something coming from Freya, but she is right. Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can come here and relax for a while.
Guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll go back to the hospital now.
Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery.
Thank you, Tycho.
First, what we're going to do is the evening whispers. Or is someone entering right now? Nope. Okay.
The evening whispers. Happily ever after, ever after, ever after, part 3. No, please no. Last episode we read like 15 minutes of this. Anyways, by Freya Fatima, October 4th, 2020. Romeo comes awake with a gasp, his mind already whirling as he tries to make sense of what's happening. Was it just a dream, he thinks? Please forgive me, dear readers, he's barely awake. He has no idea how or when he got home, but he is still wearing yesterday's clothes, and he experiences the unwashed, uncomfortable feeling that comes with waking after falling asleep fully dressed. Then he remembers Juliet. What happened to her? He rifles through blankets and pockets until he finds his cell phone and immediately fires off a message to her. He won't admit it, will barely remember it through the haze of panic, but he spends the next 14 minutes and 10 seconds staring fixedly at it until it vibrates in his hands and he drops it to the floor. Romeo! Juliet's voice is muffled by the carpet, but he doesn't think he's ever been so relieved to hear it. Where are you? Are you alright? I'm fine. What about you? I'm okay. We need to talk. Something's definitely different. Romeo opens his mouth to agree before he even realizes how he feels. He's been so weighted down by his feelings for so long that he hadn't noticed that something changed until Juliet brought it up. Waking up has been bad for so long, but today he feels different. Today he feels good. When Romeo arrives at the coffee shop, Juliet is already there. She waits while her order an Americano, I think, patiently sipping her orange juice until he joins. So, Romeo says as he seats himself opposite Juliet. What happened last night? She shrugs, shakes her head, the picture of honest confusion. I'm not sure, but I felt kind of light when I woke up this morning. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. I feel like a part of me is missing. She nods in agreement and they're quiet for a time. Juliet plays with her straw, the paper melting quickly in the icy remnants of her drink. Do you? She trails off and tries again. Do you actually remember what happened last night? Kind of. Romeo frowns and remix. I'm not sure though. How do you feel about me now? Asks Juliet. He pauses to consider. I don't know. I still like you. A lot. In fact, but it's certainly different kind of feeling to the last few months. That's exactly how I feel. He sighs. He explosively. What the hell happened? Juliet leans in, holds his gaze, lowers her voice. I'm not sure myself, but I have this theory. Maybe, and I know it sounds wild, but hear me out. Just maybe parts of us that fell in love with the other somehow left us last night. They separated themselves from this world, making their own where time loops an exact moment over and over and over again. Romeo looks in her eyes without blinking for a long moment, then bursts out laughing. You're a complete mad woman, you know that? That's just... You're not even the one who likes sci-fi and fantasy. Oh, shut it, boyo. She huffs. at him and crosses her arms as she leans back. No, seriously. He waves a hand at her. The fact that that fairy came out of your mouth is crazier than the fairy itself. Her lip twitches, and then she's laughing with him. And for a glorious moment, the air is filled with pure and uncomplicated good humor. When the laughter winds down, they each find that they can't stop grinning at the other, and it's beautiful, and just like it used to be. A thought occurs to Romeo, and he opens his mouth, and Juliet immediately points a finger at him. Shut up. He closes his mouth, but keeps grinning. Hands help up in surrender. You can't say it isn't possible, though. She defends herself with a wry shrug. Romeo tilts his head. Nothing is impossible. So, what now? What now? What? I mean, what happened to us now? He looks around and shrugs. We just live normally, I guess. It's been months, if not eons, since I could talk to you normally like this, and honestly, it feels awesome. She laughs, and it's so much easier than it has been in a long time. Yeah, I know. She smiles at him. So, we're good, right? We're better than good, I guess, answers Romeo. Good point, Juliet nods. Well made. After that, life goes on for Romeo and Juliet. They're still good friends, they both found their loves, the one who shares their interests, that doesn't force them to sacrifice too many things in life, yet still makes them feel like the happiest person on earth. They grow old together as good friends, not as lovers. And what about Romeo and Juliet, who burn with love for each other? Readers, I'll tell you. That couple is still sitting on their bench in the park on that clear and perfect night, and they'll stay there until the end of time. They've created their own world without our people meddling, judging, forcing compromises for the rest of eternity. They love each other and their pure, naive young love, and nothing will ever change that. Some people say that on a clear night with the promise of dawn rain, when the Milky Way flows across the sky and the full moon hangs low, you can see a young couple sitting on a bench in the park, but only out of the corner of your eye, and only if you have room for romance in your soul. Is it true, you ask me? Does it matter, I reply. Surely it doesn't matter to anyone else on earth, and it certainly doesn't matter to them. Deep story. Though certainly true. And then we also had some Tomodachi, right? Oh yeah, we did literally unlock everyone. Movie. Favorite thing, movies. Police University, Cop Story, and Robert's Cop. What am I doing with my life? Father of 3 beautiful girls. But who did we unlock more? I don't know. Nah, doesn't matter. Man, what a weekend. Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I've got to continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. Fair. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay? No problem, officer. Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie. Okay then, see you. And then we're sitting here alone with Freya, as usual. Are you going to leave as well, Freya? I don't think so. I've had enough rest, and I have stories to write. You're not tired? Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today. Alright. I won't bother you then. Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project, would never have existed without this place and you. So thank you. The pleasure was mine. Now I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish. No problem, boss. Welcome back to the Evening Whispers. Today is Sunday, October 18th, 2020. More women have spoken out and claims Morris Lester lied. Ooh. Initial reports indicate possible herbs outbreak in Coachella. Ooh. Coachella Festival proves to be a major boost for Seattle tourism. Yeah, that's the only thing good about Coachella, probably, the tourism. But all other things? That shit is up, you know? Not good, not good. Let me put on my glasses again so I can read better, you know, and protect my eyes. Blue light filter, you know. Though at the sides of my eyes still get some blue light because I have 3 screens, you know. Anyways, start today. Oh, we're already crowded today, damn. Hello. You're finally here. Hey y'all. Hey. Yo. Hi Freya. Someone's feeling happy today. Of course. Did they... They proved it. We're so happy for you. Congrats. On my... Do you know how happy I am? Judging from your expression, I'd say somewhere between aesthetically and repulsively. You're goddamn right. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did they react to the draft? Surprisingly, they liked it. That's amazing. I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. They told me if the book sells well, they'll definitely sign me for a second book. I'm so happy for you. Anyway, whatever happens with the book now, I can take things a little slower because they gave me a year to finish it, with a feedback session every month. Sounds professional enough. Of course! They are the biggest publisher around. Enough about me. How's the coffee shop been doing? It's been great. We've had a lot of customers lately, and some old timers, of course. I heard Hyde's back from his trip to Korea? Yeah, he brought us some gifts back. He didn't get any for me? I'm not sure, but he did say he always gives gifts directly. Gift giving the old-fashioned way, huh? How about you? Things are great. The last time I saw you was before your mini break. Yes, we decided to go to Coachella. Whoa. That event was a mess. Yeah, 3 hours at the festival was enough for us. So, where did you go after that? We ended up in Port Townsend. How was it? I enjoyed it. Never knew a historical trip could be fun. Oh yeah, I saw your new profile picture, Aqua. You both look so cute. Oh man. Thanks. Oh. That's cool. Profile picture. I directly knew where I had to go. That's yeah, that's cozy, cute, whatever you call it. Was that taken during your vacation? No. It was at Max. They had a Japanese style photo booth there, so I forced her to take pictures together. You were at Max too, Myrtle? Yeah, I helped her out a bit with the booth. Thank you. You don't have to keep thanking me. By the way, have any of you heard from Neil? No, not me. They did send 2 postcards to the coffee shop. Really? Yeah, one's from Coachella. That's not even that far away. Why send a postcard? Hard to tell with them. What about the second one? It's from New York. Damn. What? What are they doing in New York? Beats me. Working on their mission maybe. Huh, yeah, probably. They'd stand more of a chance there. Anyways, guys, we're leaving for the night. Oh, come on. So soon? We were here for hours before you arrived. And we need to work tomorrow. Fair enough. Take care on your way then. Good luck with the novel. Thanks. See you, Tycho. See you around. What are you gonna say? They look happier than I first met them. They do. It's not easy to find someone you can be comfortable with in such a short amount of time. Yeah. Anyway, I'm drink some water. Water is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to drink some water, even right now, you know. It is, yeah, your body needs it. And so does my voice. Anyway, that's we're now switching from character, so usually I'll go to the Evening Whispers then. Thank you. Your fiction plan free trial is over. Did you enjoy the content we provided for you? Do subscribe to our fiction plan for only $5 a month, or join our premium subscription plan for only $10 a month with access to all of our content. With your subscription, you can help support high quality, unbiased journalism, as well as giving young fiction writers an appreciative audience. Oh. But, oh. Can we buy? I don't know if we can. Nah, whatever. Sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you, babies. No worries. I don't feel ignored at all. Are you by yourself tonight? No, I'm waiting for Lua. She has some work to do. This late at night? Yeah. She's been doing overtime for the past few days. How are the two of you doing? Things have been great. In fact, after 10 years together, we're finally moving in together next month. Ooh. Whoa, congrats. But I thought Lua lived with her flatmate? We're moving to a new place. She got promoted recently, and her company's providing her with an apartment. Okay, that's very generous of them. Well, she must be a really big deal in her office. Well, she definitely earns more than me. That's not saying much, Baileys. You shouldn't say that, fellow freelancer. Oh, here she comes. By the way, it's been a while since I last recorded some episodes, so that's why the voices have changed a little bit. But hey, we never have consistent voices. I try to have it, but it doesn't happen. How should I know all of them, you know? It's so hard. Baileys, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect it to take so long. I thought it would be done by... Honey, it's alright. Freya and Tycho have been keeping me company anyway. Oh, hey Freya and Tycho. Sorry for barging in without saying hi. How's it going? I would say things are great, but not as great as you two lovebirds. You told her already? Only about the moving in part. As you've heard, we're going to move in together next month. Where is it? Not far. I mean, the company provided the place, so they want to cut my commuting costs as much as possible. That's thoughtful of them. It means they don't need to reimburse my taxi fees when I'm working overtime. Oh yeah, that too. It also means we get to visit this place more often. That's a good point. We own this coffee shop a lot anyway. Don't mention it. I have a question for both of you. Go on. The last time we met, I believe you were going to introduce babies to your parents. How did it go? Man, her father didn't kill me, at least. Well, at least Papa let you eat lunch with us. That's rare, you know? I know. And at least they didn't say no. Which means a lot, I guess. It was a good start. It was definitely a good start. Anyway, Baileys, we need to go now. Or we'll miss the intro again. You folks going somewhere? Yeah, we're going to watch the midnight screening of Full Metal Conflict. I didn't take you for someone who likes Full Metal Conflict, Lua. I don't, but this guy loves it. Hey, you always enjoyed watching me playing the game. I enjoyed watching you, not the game. Too bad I didn't introduce you to Myrtle just now, Baileys. She worked on the game. Really? Oh well, I'll be visiting this place more often. I'll probably meet her again, one of these days. You probably will. Now go. You lovebirds. You don't want to miss the movie. Alright, catch up with you later, Freya. Bye, Tycho. Enjoy the movie. 2 little seconds, please. There you go. There they go. I'm so happy for them. They've still got a long way to go. And probably a lot of obstacles in their path. But they're moving forward. Yes, certainly. How will you write their story? As it is. It's beautiful enough. And it has enough drama. That's one way to put it. Anyway. What's that look for? You haven't told me about any of our other friends here. How are they doing? You only skipped coming for 10 days? What do you expect? Come on. They played an important part in my writing process, remember? Well, there are some updates about the regulars. Tell me. Where should we start? That's a long conversation. Ooh. Lua visits this place more often now that they live nearby. The last time they came, they were talking about catering and venues. Hyde returned from his trip to Korea and brought gifts. Some are more special than others. He said he is considering moving back to Seattle if his agency allows it. Ooh, kinky. Aqua continues her work with the university. She's still working on small indie games. The difference is, she's not alone now. Aw, that's cute. Neil. The only news about their superhero breeding mission are the 2 broadcasters that sent me, or something like that. Rachel was back at the recording studio preparing for her first solo album. She found a new manager, someone who made the news a legend. That was quick, too quick. And finally, Freya, she finished her book, get published, and have some signing sessions. It was a massive success, sold out even after the 4th printing, and might be a depth. How do I have to read so fast? Ooh, this was the game? I've never actually ended this game. Is there anything coming after it? We'll definitely have the end credits rolling, because I think everyone on this list definitely deserves it, because, well, they made an amazing game. And overall, a game that I really enjoyed playing. A game that many enjoyed playing, and overall, yeah. I also wrote a Steam review at 10 hours, and I think I still agree to it. The only negative part I wrote about it was, it is not very playable if you don't have memory loss. And ladies and gentlemen, that is true. If you don't have memory loss, it is not very playable, right? I mean, you can obviously, but like, there's no different endings, no different stories. There's, you know. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this game, and it's just very, yeah, it's just been very relaxing. We'll definitely have another midnight series. So the midnight series will continue to move on. If we're going to play chapter 2 of Coffee Talk, chapter 2 hibiscus and butterflies or something, maybe sometime in the future. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if you want to see that. Yeah, we have more videos coming up of midnight chillings. I try to do one midnight chillings at a time because there aren't a lot of midnight chillings series that we could make. I mean, there are, but yeah, overall not like this, to say it like that. Not this way. Not as in a story game that you just casually play, just relaxing, and we still have an ending scene. I knew it. Welcome. Hello, Tycho. Good evening, sir. Have we met before? I'm sure this is your first time here. Of course, I've been here. In fact, I've worked here before. Is this Gala? What? Wait, no way. Is that really you? It's been a while. You've changed a bit too much. I've learned a lot about how to live with your people since then. I assume it was a success then? Or is this new? I think this is new. Multiple successes. What's with the new look then? Just trying to blend in. It seems like an Earthling immigration agency is after me. Now that you mention it, somebody did visit this place looking for you. When was it? Not so long after your second visit here. Was he bald? Was he a bald guy in a suit? Yes. That fire agent. You've seen him? Yes. Thankfully, I've changed my appearance since then. By the way, you can drop the act in front of me. So, you finally noticed. To think that such power can be born from our kind? You're good with your act, though. It took a few tries, but there are some timelines where I forgot to pretend that I don't have some knowledge of certain stuff. Huh, interesting. Now I'm curious to know about those mistakes. Well, it happened a few times. First, when Freya told me about her meeting in the elevator, then it was the first time Rachel visited this place. And the last one involved you on your second visit. Huh? Oh, and there was another one right after Freya got her draft approved. Can you show it to me? Assuming you know how I communicate with my kind. Never tried it, but let's see. You've beaten the main story of the game, but you haven't seen everything yet. Oh? So we have to come back to another episode? Can we click play game again, or what? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you so much for watching this series. Maybe next week there will be an ending to this series. Or this was the ending to the series. Either way though, I want to thank you so much for watching, so much for chilling with me, so much thanks for the time you spent on this midnight series, and yeah, I hope we all sleep a little better when this series has come out, you know? Well, as in, yeah, the 11 episodes already have been coming online, but you know, I hope everyone sleeps a little better if watching these episodes during the night. Either way though, that doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you so much for watching, and good night. Good night, good night. Bye bye, bye bye.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I kinda already said it in the movie itself, but thank you so much for watching this whole movie. If you enjoyed it, please do give a like, do subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. Would you want to see more movies on this channel, with more series like this? Please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to join the Discord, link in the description, and also check out the playlists, link in the description. You can find all the links in there, or all the playlists in there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and until next time, bye bye, bye bye, bye.